The NCL Cup made its return on Saturday the 30th of March. 8 of the very best that independent wrestling has to offer stepped up to the challenge, but only one could leave with the honour. Hello and welcome to the North Rewind. I am Fraser Porter, here to bring you all the details from North Wrestling's NCL Cup 2024. In 2023, the NCL Cup was introduced, and last year we saw the meteoric rise of Rio, defeating Kid Lycos 2 in the opening round, Lizzie Evo in the second, and Jack Bandicoot in the finals. Since the inaugural NCL Cup, Rio has continued her success in North since defeating Mercedes Martinez at Thunderstruck, and now holding tag team gold with Emerson Jane, but more on that later. With 8 fresh competitors, we would see whether Royal Hunter Angel Blanc, Hardman Dan, Jordan Oliver, Henry Faust, Goth Boy Joe Wade, Golden Boy Miles Kamen, Queen of Crime Eve Bateman, or the unknown wildcard entrant would take the win. Oh yeah, and one little thing. Things work a little differently in the NCL Cup. For each tournament match, there is a 10-minute time limit. Not only that, but if you leave the ring, then you only have a count of 5 to get back in the ring. If the time limit expires, then the match will continue with no rope breaks until a winner is decided. The opening round saw Hardman Dan head to the ring blind as to who his opponent will be. Not flanked by his usual partners Reese and Rogan, there was a confidence and cockiness exuding from Hardman Dan while he waited for his opponent inside the ring, which only intensified upon hearing, "I'm Ace, and you can be too." Dressed ready for a street fight, Hardcore Ace decided to take a shot at North Wrestling's Ultraviolent champion Clint Margera by calling him the Ultra Silent champion. Go on, Ace. Ace's moment in the spotlight didn't last long, as Clint Margera had heard enough and went straight for Matthews. Margera wasn't just here to chase off Ace though, he was here to usher in the arrival of the wildcard entrant. Let's take a look at what happened.
You say that I'm the one ducking you. I think it's the other way around, you fucking pussy hole. Ace, but at some point I'm going to catch up with you. Now, obviously, we're all happy that you're not the mystery person in this tournament. Obviously, I am not the mystery person in this tournament. So let's stop dicking around and find out who the fuck is.
The confidence of Hardman Dan looked a little shaken in his body language despite shouting loudly how much he didn't care that it was TNA Wrestling's Trent Seven that stood across the ring from him. The match started testing strength between the competitors, with Seven's back on the rope. Dan tried to be a bit cheeky, slapping the chest of his opponent. This didn't work out well for Dan, as Seven went on a chopping spree in return not once, but 4 times. After a quick run around the ring, Dan got the upper hand on the veteran with some strong fists and a few boots in the corner. Showing out to the crowd again, this gave Seven long enough to get back in the game with some Kobashi chops followed up with a beautiful DDT and a further scoop slam. Hardman Dan showed just how tough he really is though, as he managed to kick out at 2. In an attempt at the 7-star lariat, Dan kicked his opponent's arm away, lifted Seven for a knee, and followed up by picking Seven up into a fireman's carry before dropping him face first to the mat, unfortunately only garnering a 2 count of his own. A frustrated Dan realised he would need something bigger and headed to the top rope to set up a splash, only to miss as Seven rolled out the way. Seven capitalised on this with a huge punch and a 7-star lariat to pick up the first round victory, much to the delight of the crowd. Up next is the Golden Boy, Miles Kamen versus the Queen of Crime, Eve Bateman. Noticeably, the match's officiant was Eve's favourite referee, Rich Swift, who received a barrage of obscenities from her after her loss to Debbie Keitel at All Roads Lead North in February. Looking forward to the Cup, Eve said previously she would have just stolen it, but as a reformed individual she was looking to prove herself and earn it here tonight. Cayman looked confident as ever, but appeared to underestimate the viciousness of Bateman, and with the crowd firmly behind her, Bateman used this to her advantage with a scrappy brawl to begin the fight. Eve put Cayman in a headlock and brought him to the corner for some FaceTime with the turnbuckle. Climbing up the buckles, Bateman unfortunately had a reverse of fortune, with Cayman slipping down and returning the favour with a modified electric chair in the corner. In an attempt to capitalise on this, Cayman threw a huge uppercut and a power slam at Bateman, but only managed a 2 count. In a bad judgment call, yet again Cayman taunted Bateman with some slaps to the face. This was receipted with a stiff chop, a headbutt, a kick to the face, and a huge power slam. Enraged at the 2 count, Bateman picked up Cayman again, who used the ropes to get a rope break. Referee Rich Swift was forced to have a word with Eve about breaking the hold. This allowed Cayman to hit the golden driver and to secure his place in the next round of the tournament. Blanc makes his return to North Wrestling, previously flying into Newcastle as part of the tag team The French Adores at the North Cross WXW crossover show in September. He now has his sights set on flying to the finals though as a singles competitor. But in his way is North resident goth boy Joe Wade. Wade's tag team partner Joe Kessler currently out with injury, so Wade has been making waves with him, an impressive showing at the Rumble for the Cup in January, enough to impress North management for a spot in the tournament. Blanc and Wade showing some fast-paced offense to kick off the match, both showing why they belong in this tournament. Quick strikes and feet were dodged and countered, but Blanc took the upper hand by hitting Wade with an uppercut and locking in a beautiful head scissors for the takedown. In fact, he actually showed off a bit here by doing some push-ups while having Wade in the head scissors. With a quick springboard crossbody, Blanc tried for a pin but only got the 2. Just getting the 2, Blanc dragged Wade to the corner and signalled for the 450. Taking his time, it gave Wade long enough to forearm Blanc from the top rope. Taking it to the outside, Blanc attempted to hit a moonsault from the turnbuckle, but Wade countered and hit him with a stiff kick on the outside. Very quickly, the tide was turning, with Wade running back into the ring to hit a diving forearm to the outside onto Blanc. Taking it back in the ring, Wade gave Blanc a knee followed by a stiff kick to the neck. This, however, only landed Wade the 2 count himself. Picking Blanc back up, Wade takes the boots to his opponent another few times and hits a big vertical suplex, but again, only got the 2. Frustrated, Wade took his eye off the Royal Hunter long enough to hit the Pele kick, quickly taking Wade to the mat. Blanc, finally back in control, went to the top rope, hitting a picture-perfect 450 splash to head into the semi-finals of the NCL Cup. Henry Faust has one of the biggest opportunities in front of him in the form of the NCL Cup. After winning the Rumble for the Cup at Slamfest in January, he secured his place in the annual tournament. With Henry being a homegrown talent, many people expressed how they were hoping to see Henry go all the way to become the winner of the Cup. But the man in his way, Jordan Oliver, one of the top names in independent wrestling. Faust looked worried knowing the task in front of him. Oliver, being a world-travelled fighter, this was going to be a big task for the Newcastle native. In an attempt to show that this was a friendly competition, Faust extended his arm to shake the hand of Oliver, for Oliver to only kick it away. This really set the tone for the start of the match. Each competitor trying to best the other in the opening minutes of this match led to a stalemate between them. Oliver, seemingly impressed, offered a hand of respect to Faust, but he duped the young wrestler with a kick to the guts. Oliver going for the waistlock again, Faust elbows the American, stunning him back to the corner. Hesitating, Faust goes to the corner but is met with a boot of his opponent. Oliver then calls for the Tornado DDT, but Faust throws him off just in time, but before even realising, is met with another huge super kick from Oliver. It felt like every move that Faust made, Oliver was just a little step ahead as he was able to cut off Henry's momentum before he could hit too much offense. Looking to end the match, Oliver took Henry to the top rope, but Faust was having none of it, as surely would have meant the end of his NCL Cup dreams. An exchange of strikes showed just how evenly matched these two were, but it was Oliver who took control as he hit a cutter, followed by an acid kick and an acid bomb to put away Faust, much to the disappointment from the Newcastle crowd. An emotional Henry Faust sat in the middle of the ring as the crowd showed their love and appreciation to one of their own. Following the match, I knew I needed to speak to Henry and get his immediate reaction after his elimination from the NCL Cup. But unfortunately, something else went down. Henry Faust, an unfortunate end to your NCL Cup journey. I just want to get some...
Congratulations on losing. I'm not in the mood. Let me speak. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood, Miles.
Congratulations on losing the first round.
It's
a shame you're
Shame I'm What?
Don't worry, I'll let you take a picture of me in the cup when I win. It's okay? Hey, don't look at me like Hey, Henry. Fuck
Miles!
Off me.
After a shock win in an unscheduled open challenge held by the Lycos gym at All Roads Lead North last month, North Tag Team champions Emerson Jane and Rio came to the ring to issue their own open challenge for their first title defence. To the delight of the crowd, but in a shock to both champions, man like Dereiss answered their call on his own. The Lyrical Dragon, a former North Tag Team champion in his own right, looked like he was ready to earn back the titles that he helped put on the map. Without a partner, was this about to be a handicap match?
Well, the only thing is, you can see I haven't got a tag partner with me at the moment. So let's have a handicap match! Nah, I'm only joking. But I do have a very boisterous tag partner in the building right now.
This is massive. 4 of the very best in North Wrestling, 3 North Wrestling champions, 2 massive tag teams, but only one can win. Man like Dereiss and Emerson Jane looked to run back their match from December, which man like Dereiss managed to win. Dereiss was confident about his chances and kept control early. Boisterous behaviour keeping control as Leon tags into the match, bringing a fire to the match, much less of a friendly nature, quickly taking a pin to Jane for the 2 count. Managing to get free from control of Boisterous behaviour, Jane escapes to her corner and tags in Rio, a fierce competitor who took Leon to his limit and almost took away Leon's coveted North Wrestling Championship. Dereiss squares up to Rio while Slater retreats to his corner. Some back and forth with Dereiss, Leon tagged himself in to deliver the side suplex neck breaker combo before elbowing Emerson off the apron, to the surprise of even his own tag team partner. Now, not to hold back, Leon quickly used Dereiss to leapfrog and then dropkick Rio in the face. Leon was eager to show off here, and you can see the hesitation in Dereiss to also do this. It's safe to question if the tag team partners are really on the same page here. Man like Dereiss, trying his best to keep Leon focused on the match, gave Rio the chance to tag in Emerson, who laid it on the guys, starting with a huge moonsault, followed up with a moonsault to Leon and a missile dropkick to Dereiss. Tagging Rio back in, the chaps landed a double suplex, but lost control with Dereiss landing an insane German suplex to Jane. Miscommunication between Boisterous behaviour led to an argument between the two in the middle of the ring, allowing the champions to take advantage. Heading to the outside, Jane took flight, wiping out her opponents on the floor. Bringing the challenger back into the ring, Emerson attempted her Spanish fly but was unable to complete the move, with Dereiss holding on to Leon's leg. Leon then followed up this by missing the Swanton 450, but instead another communication led to Leon taking out his own partner. The champs capitalised, landing the Death Valley driver to get the pin. Following the match, it looked like Leon Slater had some words for the North faithful and man like Dereiss, but before he could say anything, Dereiss had taken the microphone.
I don't know what's happened to you, Leon. You're not the same Leon that I knew who stepped in last minute to fight Lycos Gym in a tag team tournament. Your attitude's gone crazy. You've let all the success, the power, the talent it's got to your head. And I'm not telling this, I'm not saying this to you to be a prick. I'm saying it because I care about you. But if you're not careful, someone is going to take that title from you and take you down a peg.
This community will never let you down. From the top rope all the way to the back of the crowd. Stand up, let me hear you. North Wrestling, this is what we do.
After winning his first round match, Miles Kamen now had a mountain to climb in the semi-finals of the NCL Cup in the form of Trent Seven. Kamen, not wanting to wait, he caught Seven off guard as he entered the ring. Taking Seven by surprise, it didn't last long for the Golden Boy as he was chopped for his lack of etiquette. Not once, but twice. Now, it is to note that the Cup usually has a 5 count for the outside, but as the match had not started yet, the count was not in effect. Fighting in the crowd, Seven got the advantage and delivered a thunderous chop, followed by a couple more for good measure. Kamen looked dazed and confused as Trent looked to continue the offense, but the Golden Boy turned it around, causing Seven to inadvertently chop the steel ring post. Kamen capitalised on this and sent Seven into the post head first. Heading back into the ring, and the match has officially started. Clearly desperate to end things quickly, Kamen locked in a chin lock, trying to win by submission. After escaping out of the chin lock and mounting a small amount of offense, Kamen once again took down Seven with a pop-up powerbomb and stacked him up for the 2 count. The match was testing the quickness of Kamen versus the experience of Seven. Worried more about the crowd calling him shit, Kamen lost sight of the match, allowing Seven to hit a huge knockout punch to the chin, following it up with a double underhook powerbomb, but this only landed a 2 count on the Golden Boy. In a further attempt to finish the match, Seven took Kamen up for a pump handle slam, just getting that 2 count again though. Kamen, looking to get under the skin of Seven, threw up the middle finger, only to be met with it being bitten by Seven. A 7-star lariat attempt was missed as Kamen ducks under and goes up the second rope and looks to go for an uppercut again. Scouting this though, Seven delivers a nasty chop to his back mid-air. Now able to capitalise, Trent hits the lariat, but only for another 2 count. Surprised but still in control, he picked Kamen up and pulled out a pile driver, and everyone believed that this had to be a 8. But in a shock to the crowd, Kamen defiantly kicks out at 2 again. In absolute shock, Seven heads up to the top rope, but it's knocked off by Kamen, who then goes for the figure 4 in the middle of the ring. With still being under the 10-minute time limit, Seven reaches for the ropes and Kamen is forced to break the hold, but Seven rolls to the safety on the outside of the ring, unable to get up. Moving to the ring apron, a battle of chops and kicks were underway. Trent looked to hit a burning hammer on Kamen on the apron, but the Golden Boy was able to avoid what would have surely been the end of his NCL Cup dreams. Quickly taking advantage, Kamen hit a golden driver with both men falling to the floor below. With only a 5 count to get back in the ring, Kamen only just made it back inside as the referee counted 5 to earn his place in the final. The second semi-final saw the Royal Hunter Aigle Blanc take on Jordan Oliver. Previously facing each other in Blanc's home country of France, this was going to be an interesting match as the former ended in a no contest. Locking up, both men attempted to show the other who was the quicker wrestler was. The competitors know each other so well, and it shows in the opening of the match. Both competitors attempt quick pins and quickly outmaneuver the other. After stepping back to both corners, Oliver didn't hesitate, knowing time is not on his side, booting Blanc with a haluva kick and setting up for an acid bomb. Mid-air, Blanc countered, rolling through and sending Oliver to the other side of the ring. Blanc followed this up with a second rope crossbody, a Pele kick, and even a twisting vertical suplex, but only got a 2 count on the pin. Turning his fortunes around later in the match, Oliver managed to hit a step-up tornado DDT on Blanc, but he followed this up with a super kick, but the offense didn't last long. After an attempt to go to the top rope was thwarted by Blanc, Oliver was spiked with a head scissor driver through the second rope. Taking the match to the outside, Blanc hit his moonsault to the floor, threw Oliver back in, and hit the reverse Meteora for a further 2 count. Blanc further hit Oliver with a Snapdragon suplex and a hefty lariat, turning Oliver inside out. Heading back to the outside, it looked like Blanc is going to fly, but Oliver catches him with a huge cutter out of nowhere. Springing off the second, he hits a second cutter. With victory at his fingertips, he managed to hit the acid bomb on Blanc, but it wasn't enough, as the Royal Hunter kicked out at 2, much to the shock of both Oliver and the North Faithful. Blanc was able to get back into the match with a tombstone piledriver on the ring apron before a physics-defying coast-to-coast straight to Oliver's face. Blanc then finishes Oliver with the Desert Eagle to get the win. Our NCL Cup 2024 final is now set. It'll be Aigle Blanc versus Miles Kamen for the coveted trophy. Despite winning the match, Blanc's victory was short-lived as we saw an unexpected guest arrive at ringside. Let's take a look at what happened. Before we get to the final of the NCL Cup, we had to make a stop by our ongoing tag team tournament, as Sunshine Machine faces off with Crashbow and the team of Rampage Brown and Will Cruz. However, earlier in the day, Jack Bandicoot received some rather blunt news. Let's check it out.
Come on. JK, yo, where are you, bro? I'm here, I'm at the venue right now. What? What do you've not double booked? James Blunt? You're at James Blunt? For your mum's 60th? Damn, that was tonight. Yo, Jake, you know, I love your mum and everything. Not like that. But yo, this is the tag tournaments. This is semi-finals. I need you, bro. What am I supposed to do? You're the boat to my crash. Damn. Yo, look, I'm gonna have to make a few calls. Look, pick me up a t-shirt, aight? Yeah, safe.
So, with Bandicoot's partner up in the air, who would he have beside him in this semi-final match? Well, to answer that question, here is Bandicoot himself.
He's left me sailing solo, so I had a decision to make. I got on my cellular device and I DM'd Randy Orton. He didn't get back to me though. So I went with my second choice.
Right, North faithful favourite Amir Jordan is in the building at the NCL Cup and is taking Jake Silver's place in the tag team tournament. An interesting partner choice in Amir Jordan, as if you recall last year at the NCL Cup, Jack Bandicoot knocked Will Cruz out of the tournament via count out, which led to Will uncharacteristically beating down Jack after his match. Amir also found himself on the end of Rampage Brown's attack last summer just before Thunderstruck, leading to a one-on-one match in which Rampage took the win. But will they be able to get the job done tonight? The match started out with potentially some smart strategy work, with Sunshine Machine and Amir and Bandicoot all going after the big hosses that are Will Cruz and Rampage Brown. With Will taken to the outside by Sunshine Machine, Rampage took on Jordan and Bandicoot in the ring. Bandicoot attempted to take on the much bigger Rampage Brown but was unable to take him down on his own until his temporary tag team partner Amir Jordan assisted him with some tag offense. Sunshine Machine was quick to cut them off though, with some speedy tag moves on Bandicoot. Sunshine Machine stood tall in the ring, but before they knew it, Will Cruz re-entered the fray, single-handedly taking on Mambo and Cooper. He landed a huge senton on them. Rampage entered the ring, picking Cooper up on his shoulders, and looking like Cruz was heading to the top rope. Bandicoot cut the big man off, and Rampage was sent flying to the floor. Temporary alliances between Sunshine Machine and Crash Jordan emerged though, as TK Cooper and Bandicoot attempt to hit stereo dives to the outside on Cruz and Rampage, but were caught mid-air. Before you knew it, their tag team partners joined in with simultaneous tope suicidas, finally knocking the big guys down. Complete chaos is the summary of this match, each team doing whatever they can to secure the advantage for long enough to get the 3 count. But once again, the experience and cohesiveness of Sunshine Machine really stands out, as Mambo used his incredible balance to surf the ropes, sending Jordan across the ring with an arm drag. The team followed this up with Cooper dropping a big elbow on Jordan. Attempting a pin, the cover was broken before even a 1 count by Rampage, who muscles his way back into the match. Rampage is fired up, taking both members of Sunshine Machine down with a double clothesline, and followed up with another on Cooper, turning him inside out. Focusing attention on Mambo, Rampage picks him up in the electric chair as Will Cruz took to the top rope for a devastating doomsday device. Instinctively going for the pin, Rampage stops himself and follows this up with a DDT before turning to the camera to call out Rory Coyle and Liam Slater, mocking them and going as far as using Slater's own half crab submission on Mambo. But they are truly not far away, and it's not long until we hear the infamous guitar riff of the postmodern Sick Boys, Rory Coyle and Liam Slater, who storm the ring and brawl their way to the back, effectively taking Rampage and Cruz out the match. This left Crash Jordan and Sunshine Machine in the ring vying over who would advance to the finals, both teams evenly matched, trading pin attempts and strikes. It looked like Jordan was going to get the upper hand, hitting the rolling codebreaker on Sunshine Machine. Bandicoot followed this up with a double splash, and Jordan also hitting the Air Jordan, but this was not enough to get the 3 count. But it was Sunshine Machine who ultimately took the momentum and the victory, as following a huge headbutt to Bandicoot, sending him to the floor below, a Meteora from Mambo onto Jordan, followed by a springboard frog splash set TK Cooper up perfectly to hit a shooting star press for the win. This means that Sunshine Machine are heading to Let the Cannons Fly on the 18th of May to face off in the finals against the Landed Gentry. Still reeling from the attack at the hands of Kemper, an injured Angel Blanc has a tough challenge ahead of him if he wants to win the NCL Cup, as Miles Kamen looked focused and confident heading into the final of the tournament. Despite his earlier matches against Yves Bateman and Trent Seven, Kamen looked fresh compared to the injured Blanc, something which Kamen was acutely aware of as he mocked the limp of his opponent. The crowd was firmly behind Blanc, and Kamen was fully ready to take advantage of the visible injury kicking at the leg as soon as the bell rang. However, Blanc was able to avoid the attack for now as he went on the attack, but his leg was just unable to support him. Attempting to hit a springboard attack, his knee buckled, allowing Kamen to capitalise and deliver an early golden driver. Continuing to target the leg, Kamen took it to ringside and utilised the ring post to damage the knee of Blanc further. Miles heavily in control of the match, he targeted the leg just to wear the Royal Hunter down further. Despite some attempts to get back into the match, including a successful springboard crossbody, despite the pain it caused to himself, Blanc was unable to put Kamen away for a 3 count. Blanc attempted to stay in control with a Dragon Suplex, which Kamen managed to reverse briefly before Blanc surprised him with a Snap Dragon Suplex and followed up with a catching leaping powerbomb. Kamen showed off with a springboard maneuver of his own. He took Blanc down and connected with a Ripcord Lariat, but only managed to keep Blanc down for a 2. After some back and forth offense between the two finalists, a huge springboard DDT to the apron on the outside from Blanc saw the 10-minute time limit expire. At this point, rope breaks are prohibited and there must be a winner. The Golden Boy going back to the figure 4 leg lock that he utilised earlier on against Trent Seven. He looked to further damage the leg of Blanc. However, the Royal Hunter was able to turn it around on Kamen and wear down the leg of him instead. Referee John Myers unfortunately found himself on the receiving end of a kick from Kamen, which sent him down to the mat. Miles, noticing that the referee was down, looked to bend the rules and use the NCL Cup as a weapon. Blanc scouted it, however, and delivered a super kick to Kamen and went to the top rope, but Miles was waiting and smashed the cup off of the skull of Blanc. Despite the weapon, Blanc was able to kick out at 2. Miles, not content with the referee's decision, kicked referee Rich Swift down low, forcing him to be helped to the back. Getting a taste of his own medicine, Blanc low-blowed Kamen and followed up with a 450 splash that has meant victory for the Royal Hunter many times before. But not this time. Kamen was still in this match and the final continues. Miles taking down the injured leg of Blanc once again, he managed to secure a leg lock on the injured leg of his opponent. Blanc was faced with a tough choice: tap out or lose the match and risk further injury to his leg. And just like that, it's over. Miles Kamen has won the NCL Cup 2024 with wins over Yves Bateman, Trent Seven and now Angel Blanc. As the crowd chanted, "Who are you?" at the Golden Boy, he took the mic to tell the North Faithful just who Miles Kamen really is.
You know exactly who I am! When I came back to North last June, I was a fucking joke! I came in to this tournament knowing I had no choice but to become the 2024 NCL Cup winner. And look at me now! I went from a joke to one of the fucking best in the country! And And now, the NCL champion Leon Slater. Best be on his best watch, because I'm coming for the thing that he cherishes the most. And that is the NCL Championship. And soon, you can not only call me the 2024 NCL champion, you can call me the North Heavyweight Champion of the fucking world.
And that was the second annual NCL Cup. Miles Kamen walks away as the winner and has called his shot Leon Slater for a future date. You can watch the full NCL Cup now via North Patreon, YouTube Premium, or as part of your Triller Plus subscription. You can find tickets for our next show, Let the Cannons Fly 5, on May 18th at northwrestling.co.uk. Already confirmed is the return of the Scramble match, featuring 8 competitors who are fighting for their spot to go head-to-head in the main event of Thunderstruck to challenge for the North Championship. We also have your tag team tournament finals, which will see the Landed Gentry take on Sunshine Machine, with the winners of the match also heading to Thunderstruck to face the tag team champions. As announced at the Cup, we have the return of the Medusa Complex, the tag team of Charlie Evans and Millie McKenzie. And yes, we are spoiling you with another return, with New Japan's own Gabe Kidd, who has requested a match with the infamous Jet Marshall. Make sure to follow North Wrestling on social media with links down below in the description. Remember to hit subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss a single video here on YouTube. I'm Fraser Porter, and this was the North Wrestling Rewind for the NCL Cup 2024.